with you in this evening, and we are quite literally, in a biblical way, kind of ramping up in our Exodus story this week. We've already had 7 plagues and a few more to go, and so there is sort of this feeling of a rush to becoming who we are as a people, to finding freedom, and to praising God for all of those signs and wonders. So let's begin with words of praise. Hallelujah. 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 We close our eyes, take a deep breath. We are humble, we are blessed. We feel our purpose, we make our plan. We will step up, we will stand, we will learn, we will teach, we will observe, we will reach, we will inspire, we will pray, set a new standard, celebrate, and we'll sing hallelujah, 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 and we'll sing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. We will be strong, we will exceed all expectations, we will lead, we will contribute, we will sing, we will be real, I will be me, and we'll sing hallelujah, 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 and we'll sing hallelujah, 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 we sing hallelujah, 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 and we'll sing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Shabbat Shalom. Our tradition teaches us that Shabbat is like a Vorspeise, a foretaste of the world to come, of the future. And pop culture teaches us that the future is female. And the two come together tonight as you look at this bima. We're glad to have Neil with us, Cantor Michaels.
Got to represent, you know.
But here we are. And we invite another strong, lovely, wonderful woman, Sarah Nelson, forward to light our Shabbat candles and bring her incredible boys with her if she wants, Robert and Joseph, and Jeff, if you'd like to come, you can come too. We turn to page 13.
Light is the foundation of life, yet impossible to touch. Light is flowers growing and fruit trees blossoming, photosynthesis and rainbow shimmering. Light is energy and romance, enlightenment and lightning. Light is red and violet and magenta and blue, lasers and campfires, warmth and illumination, the sunset and the dawn. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher Kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, eternal source of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot and commands us to kindle the lights of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu להדליק נר של Shabbat. I think he wants to stay. Our service continues as we welcome the Sabbath bride on page 34 with Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. 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 שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אליך מיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ותפארת ונתילה. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תהילה. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי. אורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה. תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה.
Continuing on page 41. May these prayers change me, this community work through my spirit.
And whispers of divinity in my ears.
May the symbols around me shine in my heart. The words of Torah light up my eyes. May these friendships flow through me like a wave. This family move me like a full moon.
יתקדל ויתקדש שמי רבה ועלמא דברך ירתי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביום אחד ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן יש מרבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשא אלהמין כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא ויאמרו אמן. לה 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 la Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Vaed HaMevorach Leolam Vaed.
Together at the top of 45. If fear is like a rock, then let me be a hammer. If sorrow is a fire, then let me be the sea. When challenges arise, may my heart increase in strength, like the moon that shines brighter when the darkness falls. Baruch atah Adonai Hama'ariv Aravim. Blessed are you, O God, who makes the evening fall. Continuing on page 50. O God, you traveled with our fathers as they journeyed through the wilderness. You sang with our fathers at the shores of the Red Sea. You stood with our fathers as they fought against oppression. You have brought us all here, fathers and mothers, daughters and sons, to our own promised land of freedom.
Page 56, we sing together, listening for the still small voice. If you're lost, you feel afraid, and you don't know what to say, then listen to our God. Is there a question on your mind? Is the answer hard to find? Then listen to our God. Listen with all your heart and soul, and with all your mind. Write them and learn them and teach them well, every morning and night. Close your eyes and listen. Quiet yourself, there's nothing to say. Stop all the chatter that gets in the way and listen to our God.
When the wind and the thunder finally disappear, there's still a voice that you will hear if you listen to our God. You can hear it from the top of the highest hill or from the valley below. It can come from the edge of the universe. It can come from within your soul. Close your eyes and listen. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto Leolam Voed. Listen to our God. Listen to our God. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך. ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
So we turn to the Michamocha on page 62. We're at such an exciting time in our Torah. We are building up to the moment of the Exodus and the moment of the Red Sea. But I think that we can read this story. Obviously, we have hindsight. We know that they are freed. We know that they make it to the other side as free people. But that's not true for everyone in this world. We don't know everyone's end of story. We don't know that everyone will be free. And so when we sing the Michamocha, we not only remember our past, but we pray for the future for all peoples, that everyone should know freedom. And so we sing together on page 62.
Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef ele, nora tehilot osef ele. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקי הים לפני משה. זה אלי ענו ואמרו, זה אלי ענו ואמרו. אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. La 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 ya la 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 la. Every voice raised together. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. La 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 ya la 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 la. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגהלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
We turn to the middle of page 64 as we read together. Cause us, our Creator, to lie down in peace, and raise us up, O sovereign God, to renewed life and peace. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel, and be our shield of mercy and of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
Got to turn everything on. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotav berito olam. Try that with me. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotav berito olam. Beni uve b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotav berito olam. Sheshet Yami Asa Adonai et Hashamayim ve'et haaretz, v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotav berito olam. ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם. ביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. שם בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם. ושם בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם. We rise together on page 68. Adonai sfatai tiftachu v'yagi tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov. Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel. Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor, Ve'hanora. Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Hasdei Avot Ve'imahot, U'mevii Geula Livnei Bneihem, L'man Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Chozer Moshiach Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, V'ezrat Sarah.
We continue together at the bottom of page 69. Prayer invites us to let God's presence suffuse our spirits, to let God's will prevail in our lives. Prayer cannot bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, and rebuild a weakened will. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol. Blessed are you, O God, who renews all things.
Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el ha'kadosh. As you're seated, we pray silently. Sometimes I lay under the moon and thank God I'm breathing. Then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I'm here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. 'Cause the negativity surrounds. I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and the children will play. One day, one day, one day. Oh, one day, one day, one day. Oh, say shalom, bimroma, yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imeru amen. All my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that they don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more war, and our children will play. One day, one day, one day. Oh, one day, one day, one day. Oh,
So as I came into the sanctuary tonight, I got so many compliments on my talit. And I hope you noticed that the three of us are wearing our Women of the Wall talitot. They honor the organization Women of the Wall, which is fighting for equality for women at the Western Wall in Jerusalem. And this year we're celebrating 30 years of Women of the Wall, as we are trying to find inclusiveness and equality in Judaism and Israel and, of course, throughout the world. So I was thinking about the meaning of the talit and how it feels to wear a talit. And on a Friday night like this, the only people who are wearing talit are the leaders of the service. But on a Saturday morning or a morning service, everybody's welcome to wear a talit. And I'd like to invite you to try it if you haven't, or if you're not accustomed to wearing one, because it's very empowering. It's a sense of connection for me, a sense of commitment to Judaism as it represents the covenant and the laws of our people, the mitzvot. And in a moment like this, in the Shebeirach, it gives me strength. And this particular talit has on its four corners the names of the four matriarchs, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, which connects me personally to our tradition and gives me strength in this moment to be able to look forward with hope and ask God for healing for those people who need a little bit of strength when they're feeling vulnerable and frail. And so we ask God to bless them with the strength of the talit, with the strength of our tradition and the strength of connection, as we pray for a refuah shlema for all of those that we love, a complete healing of body and of spirit, as we say together the words of Shebeirach.
Shebeirach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi shebeirach imotenu, mekor habracha la'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Just imagine. You're sitting on the ground with your children after a long day of work, sand beneath your toes, looking up at the sky, and you see a dark, ominous cloud headed your way. It's moving fast, so fast you can hear it buzzing louder and louder as it draws near. You wrap your arms around your children, protecting them from the terrifying, deafening blackness overhead. It's a swarm of locusts, 4 miles long and 2 miles high, and it's almost here. This feels biblical, and there's good reason for it to feel this way as locusts swarm Egypt in the saga of this week's Torah portion, a plague unleashed upon the land by an angry God as Moses demands freedom for the Israelites. But the story I mentioned is a first-hand account from Argentina in 2016, as the worst infestation of locusts in over 60 years destroyed millions of acres of farmland across the country. We tend to think of plagues as a thing of the past, God-given punishments intended to persuade our enslavers to free our ancestors as we began our exhaustive journey toward the Promised Land. And yet, today, our world is wrought with phenomena that feel overwhelmingly plague-like. There are hurricanes, polar vortexes, tornadoes, and wildfires. There are superbugs, droughts, crop failures, and species extinctions. Now, it's fascinating to me that the plagues in the Torah are all centered around nature. Okay, we're going to name them now. I want to hear all the plagues. Blood, frogs, hail, lice, cattle disease. Wait, I heard boils. Boils, good. Killing of the firstborn, yeah. Okay. Vermin, yeah. Darkness, good. Are we missing one? We got hail. Maybe we missed locusts because that was the obvious one. Okay, nice job. Mazel tov, everybody. So what could possibly be more powerful than a deity who controls nature? Certainly the magicians in Egypt couldn't keep up. The tides, the rising and setting of the sun, the rain, the water, the weather, our bodies, all of these things that keep us alive and sustain us could be taken away at a moment's notice. God's power was all-consuming. It was terrifying. And yet plague after plague after plague came and went without Pharaoh conceding to God. Rabbi Shoshana Friedman explains that while the plagues can be interpreted as all-consuming natural control, it may make more sense to us as modern thinkers to see them differently. Perhaps instead, we should think of the plagues not just as supernatural punishments, but, as Rabbi Friedman writes, as examples of natural consequences that plague a society built on oppression and short-sightedness. If children, animals, and the land are suffering and dying as they are in our Exodus story, it's a pretty good indication that the rest of society is deeply, deeply sick. The plagues are thus both terrible and awe-inspiring wake-up calls, and our responsibility is to awaken to their message, to let ourselves be disturbed by what is happening to our world. So what are our wake-up calls? What are the alarm bells ringing in our land and our time, begging us to be disturbed, to wake up, to care, to act? Certainly, we have a plethora of modern plagues from which to choose. When I read in our Torah about the Nile turning to blood, I think about Flint. Dr. Mona Hanna-Attisha was honored at our last URJ biennial for being a whistleblower in Flint, when she announced publicly that the children of Flint had lead in their blood reaching triple the norm after drinking contaminated water. And in her speech last year to over 6,000 Reformed Jews, Dr. Hanna-Attisha said, "We are in a period of science denial. We are seeing it in the denial of climate change and the dismantling of the EPA. And Flint is a perfect example of what happens when we deny. The science was there. It was common sense, but also factual science. It was there in the water tests and the blood tests. And so she says, we cannot stay silent, even if it makes us uncomfortable. We have to speak up because all around us there are attacks. If we do not use our voice, especially for communities that have had their voices taken away, then we are not fulfilling our duty and obligation." She said that the real problem, that clean drinking water for Flint, she understood the real problem, that clean drinking water for Flint was the presenting issue, but the real disease was political powerlessness, that there was a group of people that were easy to ignore. And this is a plague. This is a wake-up call. And when I think of the death of the firstborn, the most horrific, unimaginable plague in our Exodus story, I think of Jasmine Barnes, the 7-year-old child who was shot and killed a week ago in Houston outside a convenience store, still in her pajamas, making a trip with her mom and 3 sisters to buy milk and eggs for their family breakfast. Gun violence is the 3rd leading cause of death for children in this country. Over 17,000 children between the ages of 0 and 17 are shot every year. 17,000. And if that number sounds outrageous to you, try 125,000 on for size. And that was a little bit less than the number of Americans shot last year. A few weeks ago, the teens in our youth group had the opportunity to Skype with teens from Pittsburgh who belong to the Tree of Life Synagogue and attend the local high school down the street. We talked about their surreal experience of having their homes used as sniper vantage points by the SWAT team during the attack, and what it felt like to know the victims and their families. We talked about communal and national support and how and where they were finding comfort in the aftermath. But the part of the conversation that struck me really hard and has stayed with me since was when one of the boys said that he was just waiting for something like this to happen to him. He told the group, our teens, that he sort of just expected that at some point it would be his school, or his gym, or his grocery store, or his synagogue. That while he was shaken and grateful and traumatized, he wasn't really all that surprised. This is a plague of epic proportions, a scourge in our land. And when I study the plagues, I learn that darkness was unlike the darkness we often encounter in our everyday. It was a total darkness. It blocked out sight, but it also blocked out sound and movement. As our ancient rabbis described it, this darkness was as thick as a coin. And yet this dense, heavy darkness was not an instant problem. In fact, our rabbis teach the first few days of darkness were tolerable. For 3 days, people could move about, and while they couldn't see each other, they could certainly hear each other and touch each other. However, after 3 days, the air was so thick with blackness that it was oppressive. One could not sit or stand. Everyone was in their own isolation chamber, frozen in whatever place they were when the fog rolled in. Darkness is supposed to be safe, comforting, restful. It's necessary, a part of our world that keeps us functioning and that keeps us whole. And yet, this darkness reminds me of an epidemic, of opioids, also not an instant problem, as drugs were prescribed freely to alleviate pain and distress, to let people rest, to comfort them through periods of agony following accident, surgery, illness. And yet here we are, years later, 1 in 5 deaths among young adults are from opioids. Over 50,000 people died in this country last year from opioid overdose, and this rolling wave of darkness is blanketing, suffocating America, and those suffering from addiction are marginalized, ignored, and often criminalized. Just one more example, as Rabbi Friedman states, of the natural consequences that plague a society built on oppression and short-sightedness. The plagues of our Torah did not just affect the Egyptians. Even though our tradition suggests that the Israelites were spared from the majority of the plagues, we can imagine that they were the most vulnerable in the land. They were hungry and overworked, desperate and destitute. When the waters of the Nile turned to blood and the livestock died, and darkness fell and hail rained down from the heavens, our people suffered alongside their oppressors. They may have felt the plagues even more keenly than their Egyptian neighbors living in their safe and sturdy homes, not to mention their palaces. In our world today, it's often the most vulnerable who feel the effect of the choices of others. When corporations put financial gain over the health of our planet, when the lives of our children are worth less than the political upper hand, when people of all races, religions, from all socioeconomic statuses are sick and dying from a preventable and treatable disease, and when the poorest among us suffer the most, these are all alarm bells. These are our plagues, and we cannot, like Pharaoh, harden our hearts and turn away. We know what it means to be an oppressed people. Each and every time we come together in prayer, we thank God for redeeming us from Egypt, every single time. And as we study the story of our redemption this week, let us learn from the Torah, pulling from our strength and our history and our compassion and our values to work toward the redemption of all humanity. Shabbat Shalom.
Justice roll like a river, and kindness like a mighty stream. The waters flow on on forever, and let them wash over me. For every heart, for every soul, it's time we go find it once more. So what are we waiting for now? If not now, if not now, then where? What are we waiting for now? If not now, if not now, then where? What are we waiting for now? Na 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 na. What are we waiting for? Na 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 na. Let justice roll like a river, kindness like a mighty stream. The waters flow on forever, and let them wash over me. For every heart, for every soul, it's time we go find it once more. So what are we waiting for now? If not now, if not now, then where? What are we waiting for now? If not now, if not now, then where? What are we waiting for now? If not now, if not now, then where? What are we waiting for now? If not now, if not now, then where? What are we waiting for now? Na 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 na. What are we waiting for now? Na 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 na. Let justice roll like a river, and kindness like a mighty stream.
I'd now like to invite Michael Curhan, a member of our executive committee, to address the congregation.
Shabbat Shalom. Great things are happening at Temple Israel now. There's no need to wait. A few highlights. On Wednesday afternoon, January 16th, join us for a free 1-hour adult health and fitness class. This 1-hour weekly program focuses on balance, mobility, coordination, flexibility, and overall wellness. It's led by a certified trainer, and did I mention, it's free. Results guaranteed or your money back. Next Shabbat, we are in for a treat. It's our amazing Shabbat Shebeirach services. Celebrate the music of Shabbat with the combined voices of our choirs and tefillah teams. Please note the service begins earlier than usual at 7 p.m., not 7:30, 7 p.m. Satisfaction guaranteed. On February 12th, it's Temple's turn to host Brotherhood's 87th Annual Men's Club Intercongregational Dinner. The dinner will be kosher, so our members from all congregations feel welcome. This year's speaker is, great speaker, Professor Howie Lupovich, who's always informative and interesting. Register online by January 25th. The cost for the dinner and lecture is $54, which is practically free. Again, satisfaction guaranteed, but you're not getting your money back this time. Finally, next month, our executive committee meets to figure out our budget for the following year. We'll discuss ways to pay for all of our great programming. As always, we're looking for cost-saving ideas. Rabbi Loss's out-of-the-box, or maybe out-of-the-question cost-cutting idea is to serve 6-layer cake until somebody notices. If you have any other cost-saving ideas, look for me at the Oneg after services. I'll be hanging around the 7-layer cake while it lasts. On behalf of the Board of Directors, Shabbat Shalom.
What is Shonda's 6-layer cake? Is there anyone out there who's under 11 years old? Couple of you, if you're under 11, we'd like to invite you to come up on the bima for a Shabbat treat as we all rise and turn to page 189 for the Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לבני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. We turn to page 193 as we prepare for the moment of Kaddish. I wrote your name in the sand, but the ocean washed it away. I said your name out loud, but my voice was drowned by the silence. I write your name, I speak your name, to help keep you alive, so that you live in more than just my memory, and so other people see your name, hear your name, and remember you too. Tonight we remember those who've died in the period of Shloshim the last 30 days. Michael Altman, Leon Bellin, Barbara Bornstein, Joyce Daniloff, Bernice Katz, Colin Kroll, Nadezhskaya Krupitskaya, I said that wrong, Nadezhda Krupitskaya, Lev Cooperstein, Bennett Nathan, Shirley Miller, Philip Ober, Amos Oz, Nettie Roberts, Julius Ross, Leonard Ross, Melvin Shaw, Ann Sloman, Sylvia Woolman, Marcia Wolf, Margaret Arredondo, Frida Coran. And we remember those whose yahrzeits fall at this time. Alan Bernstein, Bernard Blaze, David Brevoort, George Britsky, Bess Etner-Karp, Hyman Delinka, Sam Feldman, Andrew Fishman, Richard Hap Foreman, Rose Frank, Morris Franklin, Faye Stewart Friedland, Hillard Goldstick, Archie Gray, Frank Guttenberg, Esther Horwitz, Carl Horwitz, David Benj Keywell, Norman Kohlenberg, William Krasnick, Janet Lakritz, Edith Lax, Rose Levitt, Ann Lieberman, Leon London, Muriel Markson, Douglas Marvin, Jacob Menick, Goldie Siegel Miller, Jerry Oram, Harry Parr, Bessie Price, Nathan Rubin, Lori Ruskin, Stanley Lawrence Satofsky, Philip Schiffer, Robert Schiffer, Sarah Silberblatt, Ivy Shea Smith, Dolly Solomon, Alvin Solomon, Florence Stein, Gary Stephen Stalker, Sylvia Stalker, Samuel Wexler, Bernice Harriet Wilson, Stanley Wise, Albert Wolgan, Josh Glasser, Harold Doc Rowland, Sheldon Sandweiss, Clara Flam Arenthal, Charlotte Langert, Raymond Davis, Gary Feldman, Julie Silverman, Jenny Schiffman, Morris Sofin, Dr. Herbert Lux, Eileen Silverman, Ben Pevsner, Arthur Distner, Harry Sachs, Norris Thomas, Barbara Morris, Susan Trenkamp, Eileen Lansky, Alvin Lippard, Goldie Sugar Broner, and Sam Koretsky. Tehei Nishmotehem Soror Bitra Chaim. May their souls be bound up in the bond of everlasting life and memory, as we turn now to page 199 for the words of Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach cherutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei tuchol Beit Yisrael, Bagalau Bisman Kari Vimru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mavorach Leolam Omeo Maya. Yitbarach Vishtabach Vitpa'ar Vitromam Vitnase. Vitadar Vitale Vitalal Shmei Kucha Breku. Le'ela Minko Birchata Vishirata. Tushbechata Venechamata. Damiran Be'alma Vimru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya. V'chaim Aleinu Be'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Osei Shalom B'mromav. Hu Ya'aseh Shalom. Aleinu Be'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved among us. Amen.
Odiavo shalom aleinu, odiavo shalom aleinu, odiavo shalom aleinu, ve'al kulam. Odiavo shalom aleinu, odiavo shalom aleinu, odiavo shalom aleinu, ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'yakol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam aleinu ve'yakol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Odiavo shalom aleinu, odiavo shalom aleinu, odiavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Odiavo shalom aleinu, odiavo shalom aleinu, odiavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'yakol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam aleinu ve'yakol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Odiavo shalom aleinu, odiavo shalom aleinu, odiavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Odiavo shalom aleinu, odiavo shalom aleinu, odiavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Shabbat shalom.